Welcome back, Legends. Captain Gearhead here, and today we're looking at the most anticipated games of 2026. This year is stacked, overloaded, and absolutely dripping with potential. Enterprise is online, Defiant is fueled up, and we're jumping straight into the lineup. Alright, Legends, buckle up, because Grand Theft Auto 6 is shaping up to be the biggest open world leap we've seen in over a decade. Rockstar isn't just making a new GTA, they're building a living, breathing Vice City that feels like it's constantly moving whether you're there or not. Crowds react, neighborhoods evolve, and the world finally feels like a real ecosystem instead of a backdrop. What's blowing everyone's mind is the level of detail. We're talking NPCs with routines, dynamic events that unfold organically, and an environment that feels handcrafted down to the smallest alleyway. You're not just playing in Vice City, you're existing in it. And the dual protagonist setup with Lucia and Jason. That's Rockstar leaning into narrative depth in a way they've never done before. Lucia's story alone already feels more grounded and emotionally charged than anything we've seen in the series. And then there's the tech, the lighting, reflections, weather systems. This is Rockstar flexing every ounce of next-gen muscle. The way neon bounces off wet pavement, the density of traffic, the realism in character animation, it's all pushing the envelope. This is the first GTA built exclusively for modern hardware, and you can feel it in every frame. But the real magic is the tone. GTA 6 looks like it's capturing the chaotic, satirical Florida man energy while still delivering a serious, character-driven story. Social media parodies, viral moments, live stream culture. Rockstar is tapping into modern world in a way that feels uncomfortably accurate and absolutely hilarious. And let's be honest, the hype is unreal. This is the most viewed game trailer of all time for a reason. People aren't just excited for a new GTA, they're excited for the next cultural moment. The next game that takes over the internet. The next title that defines a generation of open world design. So yeah, if Rockstar sticks the landing, GTA 6 just isn't going to be big, it's going to be historic. And you better believe Gearhead Gaming will be covering every update, every leak, every trailer breakdown, and every chaotic moment once we finally get our hands on it. All right, folks, gather up, because Hytale is one of those games that's been cooking for years, building hype like a pressure cooker ready to blow the lid clean off. And now that we're finally getting closer to seeing what this thing truly is, it's time to talk about why Hytale might just be the next big sandbox phenomenon. What makes Hytale so fascinating is how it blends creativity, adventure, and storytelling into one massive packet. This isn't just another block-style builder, this is a full cinematic RPG experience wrapped inside a sandbox engine that gives players the freedom to build, explore, fight, and create in ways that feel genuinely next-gen. The world of Orbis is handcrafted with biomes that feel alive, forests with creatures that react to you, dungeons that feel like they were designed by actual level designers instead of random algorithms, and NPC factions with personalities and agendas. And then there's the combat. Hytale is pushing for something way more dynamic than what we're used to in voxel games. You've got directional attacks, spell casting, weapon variety, and enemies that actually force you to think instead of just spam clicking. It's got that action RPG flavor that makes every encounter feel like a mini set piece. Whether you're fighting wolves in the woods or diving into deep underground ruin, the game wants you to feel challenged and rewarded. But the real secret sauce, the thing that could make Hytale explode, is the creator tools. This game is basically shipping with a full modding suite built right into the experience. Animation, models, scripting, world generation, everything is customizable. It's like the developer looked at the modding community and said, here, Take the keys, build whatever you want, and that's the kind of freedom that can turn a game into a platform. And let's not forget the multiplayer potential. Hytale is designed from the ground up for servers, minigames, community worlds, and massive shared adventures. If you remember how big Minecraft server got, imagine that, but with modern tools, better performance, and way more creative control. This could be the next era of community-driven gaming. All right, folks, let's dive into Everwind, a game that's been turning heads with its blend of cozy exploration, high fantasy adventure, and that unmistakable hand-painted charm. From the moment the trailer opens, you can feel the atmosphere. This world isn't just colorful, it's alive. Every tree, every creature, every gust of wind feels like it has personality baked into it. What really stands out is how Everwind balances peaceful discovery with real adventure. One second you're wandering through the bright meadows, meeting quirky characters and soaking in the scenery, and the next you're diving into ancient ruins, solving puzzles, and facing off against creatures that look like they crawled straight out of a storybook. It's that perfect mix of comfort and danger that keeps you hooked. And the movement looks smooth. Whether you're gliding across open field, climbing ancient structures, or weaving through magical forest, the animations feel fluid and expressive. There's this sense of freedom, like the world wants you to poke around every corner and uncover every secret it's hiding. But the real magic is the tone. Everwind has this warm, adventurous spirit that feels refreshing. It's not trying to overwhelm you with gritty realism or non-stop combat. Instead, it invites you into a world that feels welcoming, mysterious, and full of heart. A place where exploration is its own reward. If the final game delivers on what this trailer promises, rich environments, meaningful quests, charming characters, and a world that reacts to your presence, Everwind could easily become one of those standout titles people talk about for years. And you already know Gearhead Gaming will be covering every update, every reveal, and every new look at this beautiful world. All right, folks, strap in, because Star Wars Galactic Racer is bringing pod racing back in a way that feels faster, louder, and way more intense than anything we've seen since the classic days of Episode 1 Racer. From the moment this trailer kicks off, you can feel the engines roaring through your speakers. This isn't just racing, this is high-speed chaos in the Star Wars universe. What immediately stands out is the sense of speed. These tracks aren't just straight lines. They twist, dive, and whip around canyons, cityscapes, and alien worlds that feel alive. You're dodging debris, threading through narrow tunnels, and boosting past competitors who are inches from slamming into the wall. It's that perfect blend of danger and adrenaline that makes pod racing so iconic. And the racers themselves, each pod looks unique with different handling, acceleration, and personality. You can tell customization is going to be a big part of the experience, tuning engines, swapping energy, but with enough depth to keep you experimenting. The environments are pure Star Wars, dusty deserts, neon-lit outposts, alien wildlife sprinting across the track, all packed with detail and atmosphere. It feels like you're racing through a living galaxy, not just a backdrop. If the final game delivers on this trailer's promise of speed, spectacle, and pure Star Wars attitude, Galactic Racer should easily become the next big competitive racer, and you already know Gearhead Gaming will be covering every update as soon as we get closer to launch. All right, folks, gather round, because Fable is stepping back into the spotlight, and this time it's looking bigger, bolder, and far more mischievous than ever. If you've been craving that classic blend of British humor, fantasy adventure, and choice that comes back to bite you in the rear, this reboot is shaping up to be exactly the kind of return to form fans have been waiting for. From the moment the trailer opens, you can feel that signature Fable charm, the kind that mixes heroic grandeur with a wink and a smirk. The world of Albion looks absolutely stunning, with lush forestry, cozy villages, and creatures that feel like they crawled straight out of a storybook. A storybook that probably insulted you while you read it, and that's the magic of Fable. It never takes itself too seriously, even when the stakes are high. What's really exciting is how this new entry seems to be leaning into the idea of scale. You're not just some wandering adventurer, you're a part of a world that reacts to you, remembers you, and occasionally mocks you. The humor is sharp, the narration is cheeky, and the characters feel like they've got layers of personality just waiting to unravel. And yes, the choices you make still matter, whether you're a noble hero, a chaotic menace, or something hilarious in between. Albion is ready to shape itself around your decisions. But let's talk about the visuals for a second. This game looks gorgeous. The lighting, the environments, the creature designs, everything feels handcrafted with that perfect blend of realism and fairy tale exaggeration. It's the kind of world you want to explore slowly just to soak in all the little detail. And if the trailers are anything to go by, we're in for some memorable encounters, from giant vegetable-obsessed warriors to magical beasts that look equal parts majestic and ridiculous. And then there's the tone, that unmistakable Fable tone. It's whimsically, it's adventurous, it's a little bit snarky, and it's absolutely dripping with personality. This reboot feels like it understands what made the original special while still pushing the series forward with modern storytelling, updated combat, and a world that feels alive in ways we've never seen before. Strap in and lock your throttle, because Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thev is coming in hot. And this trailer wastes zero time reminding us why this franchise owns the skies. From the opening shot, you can feel that classic Ace Combat energy, sweeping orchestral music, high altitude tension, and jets slicing through the clouds like they're carving their names into the atmosphere. What immediately stands out is the scale. This isn't just a battlefield, it's a full-blown aerial war zone with storms, debris fields, and massive structures that turn every dogfight into a cinematic showdown. The lighting, particle effects, the way the camera hugs the fuselage during tight maneuvers, it's pure adrenaline. This is Ace Combat at its most dramatic. And the aircraft lineup, absolutely wild. Sleek next-gen fighters, experimental prototypes, and those signature super weapons that make you question whether you're flying a jet or piloting a myth. Every missile trail, every sonic boom, every close call barrel roll feel handcrafted to make your heart jump. But the real hook is the tone. Wings of Thev leans into that emotional narrative-driven style that series is known for. Mysterious factions, philosophical narration, and world teetering on the edge of conflict. You're not just flying missions, you're stepping into a legend one sortie at a time. If this trailer is any indication, Ace Combat 8 is shaping up to be the most ambitious entry yet. A perfect blend of high-speed action, sweeping storytelling, and jaw-dropping visuals. When this game hits, Gearhead Gaming is taking to the skies on day one, ready to dance with missiles and write our name across the stratosphere. Gearheads, brace yourselves, because Halo Campaign Evolved is bringing the legend back with the level of polish that hits you right in the nostalgia circuit. From the very first frame, you can feel that unmistakable Halo energy, sweeping vistas, ancient Forerunner architecture, and the haunting choir that tells you you're stepping into something bigger than yourself. As the camera drops onto the ring, the scale hits you instantly. This isn't just a battlefield, it's a world, a living, breathing megastructure filled with secrets, danger, and that sense of mystery that defined the original Hero experience. And then, of course, the moment we've all been waiting for. Master Chief steps into frame. The armor looks pristine, the lighting is cinematic, and every movement carries that weight of a soldier who's seen too many wars and still refuses to back down. The action kicks in fast, warthogs tearing across beaches, Marines shouting over gunfire, and Covenant forces dropping in with that iconic plasma glow. The combat feels tight, punchy, and explosive, just like Halo should. Every shot, every explosion, every melee hit feels handcrafted to remind you why this franchise changed gaming forever. If this trailer is any indication, Halo Campaign Evolved is just a remaster. It's a celebration, a return to the roots that made Halo phenomenon rebuilt for a new generation while honoring everything longtime fans cherish. And you better believe Gearhead Gaming will be diving into this campaign on day one, ready to relive the legend and crave a fresh path across the ring. All right, Gearheads, tighten up those gauntlets, because Game of Thrones War for Westeros just dropped the cinematic trailer that hits harder than a Valyrian steel blade. From the very first shot, you can feel the weight of the Seven Kingdoms pressing down, the tension, the legacy, the unfinished business, and this trailer wastes no time reminding us why Westeros is one of the most iconic battlegrounds in fantasy. The moment those banners rise, you know you're stepping into a full-scale war, not a skirmish, not a border dispute, a clash of houses where every decision, every commander, every hero you rally could shift the fate of the realm. And the visuals, absolutely staggering. The lighting, the armor detail, the sweeping camera shots across frozen wasteland and burning field. It's cinematic in a way that feels almost unreal. No wonder the comments are losing their minds over how insane the CGI looks. But the real electricity hits when the heroes step forward, Jon Snow, blade in hand, facing down the Night King in the duel that fans have been begging for since the show ended. The choreography is tight, grounded, and brutal, exactly the kind of confrontation people felt robbed of. And judging by the reaction, this trailer is healing wounds Season 8 left behind. Then there's the narration, that unmistakable voice of Tywin Lannister himself, Charles Dance, delivering lines that the cold, regal authority only he can bring. It adds a layer of gravitas that makes every shot feel like destiny unfolding. Fans immediately picked up on it, and honestly, it elevates the entire trailer. If this trailer is any indication, War for Westeros is shaping up to be a love letter to fans, a chance to reclaim the story, reshape the battles, and dive into political and supernatural chaos that made this world unforgettable. And you better believe Gearhead Gaming will be marching into this war on day one, ready to rise our banners and carve our legend into the history of the Seven Kingdoms. Gearheads, buckle up, because Hell Let Loose Vietnam isn't just dropping you into a new setting, it's throwing you into one of the most intense gameplay sandboxes the series has ever built. From the moments boots hit the jungle floor, you can feel how different this war plays. Visibility is low, the foliage is thick, and every step forward feels like you're walking into an ambush. This isn't just open field Europe anymore, this is close quarters chaos. The gameplay leans hard into asymmetry. You've got US forces pushing with firepower, air support, and coordinated SWAT attacks, while the PAVN and Viet Cong strike from the shadows with traps, tunnels, and brutal hit-and-run engagements. Every encounter feels unpredictable. 1 second you're advancing through the rice paddy, the next you're diving for cover as gunfire erupts from the tree line you swore was empty. What really stands out is how the jungle changes the flow of battle. Suppression hits harder, sound cues matter more, and flanking becomes a necessity, not a luxury. The terrain forces squads to communicate, adapt, and move with purpose, and when firefights break out, they're fast, violent, and unforgiving. Explosions lighting up the underbrush, tracer rounds slicing through the mist, and the constant pressure of not knowing where the next shot is coming from. Gearheads, welcome back, and today we're diving straight into the neon-drenched chaos of Forza Horizon 6. From the moment this thing opens, you can feel Playground Games flexing. Tokyo isn't just a backdrop, it's a living, breathing playground built for speed freaks and drift addicts. Every corner is packed with detail, glowing signage, wet pavement reflections, and traffic density that makes every race feel alive. The handling model looks sharper than ever. You can see the weight transfer, the tire bite, the micro corrections. It's all more responsive, more aggressive, and way more cinematic, and the new nighttime lighting unreal. Watching those tailgates streak through Shibuya crossing is pure eye candy. And that's the lineup, the games that have the Gearhead community buzzing for 2026. Whether you're into racing, dogfighting, strategy, or pure chaos, this year has something for everyone. Drop your most anticipated title in the comments, and as always, stay sharp, stay geared, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to join our Discord and the QR code below.